Hey, I'm Emma Garlett, and on today's episode of Paint It Black, I'll look into the WA police policy that's been labelled as racist. Why are police dogs being used on children, and what should be done instead? And before I start, this video contains some graphic images of the aftermath of a dog attack. We've chosen our images carefully, but there may be some that are distressing. Join me as I paint it black. This is a photo of Jaden Abraham in November last year. He's 13 years old here and is in hospital because he was mauled by a police dog after an alleged crime spree. Regardless of what happened, is this the right way to apprehend children? A child was taken down and their face mauled by a dog trained to restrain fully grown men on a meth rampage. I don't think so. No matter what the circumstances, irrespective of whether force was justified or whether police were doing their job and followed correct procedures, this is not okay. Jaden is also Aboriginal. The West Australian reported it began with police responding to calls about 4 people causing disturbances at several different addresses in the Bentley and St James area on a Sunday in November 2022. Police say there were reports of cars and homes being broken into and damaged in this area. One of the calls included a man in his 50s being threatened with a knife in the backyard of his home. Jaden was injured when officers arrested an adult and 3 juveniles about 11:40 p.m. on Stannard Street. His family spoke to 7 News shortly after it happened.
He'll be scarred for life, and it's not right for a little kid to go through that for his teenage life.
Just couldn't believe what the dog done. Like, he's only young. What if it would have took his eye out?
Police say body-worn camera footage doesn't support claims Jaden was lying on the ground in handcuffs when he was set upon by the dog. He was never charged with a crime. This all happened in November last year, but it made headlines again this week after the Corruption and Crime Commission labelled the procedure racist and called for a rethink of using dogs against juveniles. There have now been calls for the use of dogs to be banned by groups such as Aboriginal Legal Service. The CCC boss told a WA parliamentary committee this week that a report had identified that police dogs were disproportionately deployed against Aboriginal offenders. In fact, it's been revealed that more than 60% of people bitten by dogs in WA police operations were Indigenous. That's data from 300 dog squad incidents. In May last year, the CCC gave police 12 months to look into why Indigenous people, who make up just 3% of WA's population, were overrepresented. The CCC boss said the use of dogs sits somewhere between tasers and firearms. So police dogs are considered worse than tasers. You wouldn't taser a 13-year-old. Mr. McKenchnie said he understood a solution or alternative would not be easy to find. But it was important to explore all options, saying the word complex does not begin to describe the issue of juvenile offending. Its causes are many and its solutions are difficult, but at the end of the day, we are people who are content to unleash dogs on children. I think we are better than that. WA police have defended the use of the police dog against Jaden and the police in general, with a police spokesperson telling the West Australian officers generally use force in dynamic and dangerous situations and make decisions in a matter of seconds. Police Minister Paul Papalia said he supported the use of police dogs in arrests and believed handlers acted in the best interests of the community. Premier Mark McGowan has denied that race has played into Jaden's attack, claiming officers didn't know the race of the 3 people they were looking for during the arrest at night. It brings up more issues of how the state deals with juvenile offenders. Issues with Banksia Hill Detention Centre and the treatment of kids in there has been in the news more and more lately, and it seems we're failing in how to deal with alleged perpetrators humanely. I've explored what needs to be done at Banksia Hill in previous episodes. Head to the link on the screen now or in the description box to delve further into the issue of kids in jail. This is unacceptable. Dogs learn through consistency, repetition and reward. Canines are intelligent animals. They can pick up on the emotions of its owner or trainer and are influenced by it. Something needs to change, and maybe that change can start with limiting the use of police dogs on Aboriginal people, or ensuring those police who train and execute the dogs only do so in exceptional circumstances, if at all, especially when children are becoming victims. Police were given 12 months to figure out why Aboriginal people are overrepresented in this tactic, and that time is running out. Let's hope they have some answers soon. So, what should police do if they're not releasing dogs? Well, If they know who the offender is, it's simple. Go to their house if they have a fixed address. In other circumstances, they may need to resort to means of restraint which are acceptable and which they can control. Our children should not be mauled by police dogs. Surely that is common sense and a basic thing to ask. Thanks for watching Paint It Black with me, Emma Garlett. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Have a good one.